Today I want to talk about the day bag. The bag that I bring when I need to bring my laptop, I need to bring some light camera gear, and maybe a change of clothes or two for like a weekend. We'll go through the details of the bag in a second, but it is the Shimoda Urban Explorer 25. I absolutely love this bag. It is a little bit expensive, but totally worth it. Construction's great. It is super comfortable. It's got all the pockets that I want. So first of all, I got my water bottle on one of the side pockets. I don't even know what kind of water bottle this is or how many ounces it is. It doesn't matter. It's just it's a Camelback. It's a Camelback water bottle. Got some weird stickers on here. Gateway Disc Sports, Over the Garden Wall, inside joke with my wife, and then this is a dog wearing a court jester's outfit. Can't go without that. I used to be super scared of drinking water during shoot days, so I would dehydrate myself because I was always afraid of running off to the bathroom and missing something. But I'm being a little bit more smart with that these days. On the other side, there are these nice little hooks on both sides if you want to pack something like this, but the other side has a water bottle pocket as well that doubles as a tripod pocket. This is a Suray AM225. It is carbon fiber. It's really tiny, and it has a ball mount on the top. I could see myself upgrading this at some point, but man, these travel tripods are kind of expensive. I actually wish it was a little bit smaller. I'm thinking about going to more of the tabletop tripod route. I mean, this thing's tiny. It weighs nothing, and it's super short, and it's still super annoying, especially if you're on a plane. I have flown with this bag a couple times, no issues in the airport or anything like that, but it still makes it kind of tough when you have a tripod sticking off of the side. Plus, a lot of people will walk up to you and ask you if it's like a telescope. We're gonna get to the cameras in 1 second, but I'm gonna go through this pocket right here because it is empty right now. It might be kind of hard to see, but this is kind of a big flat pocket. I think you're supposed to put maybe documents in here or whatever, and there's a secret pocket inside. Same exact thing, but it's just a little bit smaller. That's where I would stick my wallet, passport, tickets for anything, you know, something like that. If I'm shooting a wedding or whatever, and I have a itinerary or like a map or something that always goes in there, I also put exhausted batteries in here. Also snacks. This is my snack pocket. There are none in there right now because I ate all of them. You got this top pocket right here. What I have in here is not video related at all. First of all, this is the most important one. This is a pair of shorts. A pair of shorts that is lined and has pockets that zip. Feels like every single time I show up and I'm wearing like a black shirt, I'm wearing black pants because I don't know what the vibe is, and then everybody else is wearing like a tank top and shorts, and then I'm stuck every time I go on a shoot. Every single time. I bring this exact pair of shorts. They're bird dogs, but it doesn't really matter. The reason I bring these is because if I show up and the vibe is way more casual than I was planning on, I just run off to the bathroom and I put some shorts on. This is also my swimsuit. I can sleep in them, I can work out in them, I can shoot in them. And by the way, I guess it's worth talking about what I wear to shoot days. Always a solid black pair of pants and a solid black shirt. A comfortable pair of socks, a comfortable pair of shoes. I also have in here another change of clothes. So we got some undies, we got some socks, and we got an extra shirt. I'm gonna show you this shirt because this shirt's dope. The 1998 Thanksgiving Day breakfast from McDonald's. I love this shirt. If you're traveling with a bag set up like this, you would obviously want an extra set of clothes, deodorant, toothbrush. Ooh, this is one of my favorite things in the world. This is called Sinus Plumber. It's like a nasal spray, and it's for people with headaches. I am counted among them. And it's really good for headaches, but also nausea. So anytime I'm on a plane, and I don't know, maybe you're on the tarmac for way too long, and it's getting kind of hot, and you're getting sweaty, and then you start feeling kind of nauseous, or maybe you get motion sick, any of these things, that nasal spray really helps. And that's this whole top pocket. There's a nice little zipper pocket up here. There's a place for your keys. That's where I would put these. There is a side access pocket for if you want to be wearing your bag. Maybe it's super muddy and you want to get your camera out. You don't want to have to set your bag on the ground. You can totally do that. This guy unzips and you can get your camera underneath. Last external pocket is this guy over here. Kind of looks like another side access pocket, but it's actually this little, I don't know what they call this, like a commuter pouch or something. You got places for pens. There's a little porthole in case you want to run a charger to the inside. I have a little mesh pocket here. The only thing I put in it is my MacBook charger and then my AirPods. I don't have them in here right now, but this is also where I would put my phone charger. That's kind of nice to have on the outside when you're on a plane and you're taking off and you don't have a lot of shoulder room and you just need to get your headphones or whatever. Let's move to this back part. This bag is a back access. I guess there's extra security added on to that. You don't have to worry about someone taking your cinema camera when you're out. I also like it because if there's a dirty surface on the ground, you can throw the bag down, and it's not the harness side that's picking up a bunch of dirt and mud or whatever. Unzip this guy. And by the way, there's a laptop in here. And I always keep the zippers on top because you can unzip just that much while you're on the plane. Just pull your laptop right out, which is kind of nice. I've had bags before where you have to absolutely crack the whole thing open. It makes it kind of weird to pull out your laptop when you're on the plane. MacBook Pro. It's the base model of the M4 Pro. Recently got this guy, and I absolutely ponied up and spent too much money and got 4 terabytes of SSD on there, guys. Heck yeah. The reason I did that is because I have gone through, in the past 3 years of working completely remote, I have gone through like 5 or 6 SSDs and like 10 USB-C cords. They just degrade after a while, and I wanted everything to be internal. Okay, this is how I pack this bag. We'll go with the most obvious thing first. The camera I travel with is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro. The reason why I travel with this camera is because I love Blackmagic's image. It has internal NDs. I have a strap here as well. This is a Peak Design slide. Is it a slide light? Who cares? It's blue, and it's a really comfortable, great strap, and I got the anchor points here so I can take it off and on really quickly. But once I take this camera out of the bag, I put the strap on. It's hanging at my side. I'm done. If I need to change lenses, I change lenses, but there's no swapping filters. There's no, oh no, it's too dark, I need to take the filters off. There's none of that. I actually love this camera for this kind of thing. I know a lot of people complain about the ergonomics, but if it's not built out, if you use it just like this, it's actually really, really comfortable just to hold it like this. And this screen is so great. I'm getting used to cinema cameras, and the farther I've gotten used to cinema cameras, the more tiny mirrorless screens kind of bother me and make it hard to shoot. I feel like I'm always like sticking my face right up on it, and I still can't see if stuff's perfectly in focus or if the exposure's right. This giant integrated 5-inch screen is a lifesaver, especially since it's bright enough to shoot in sunlight. The image on this camera is fantastic. The way that I travel with it, the stock setup, if you will, is with this first version of the Canon EF 24-105 f4. It's got some macro capabilities. It has a stabilizer on it. I think that it's a great lens. It's not expensive. I bought it off of a friend for like 250 bucks, and this thing is great. It's always on the camera. If I'm just traveling around, I might not ever take this lens off. It goes from 24 to 105, which is a really awesome range. Yeah, it's only f4, but this camera does have a dual native ISO, so there's not a lot of times when it's so dark that I can't get good exposure. The other thing that's kind of fun about this setup is I found this really, really tiny double quarter 20, what is this called? Arca Swiss, an Arca Swiss plate. It perfectly, I mean, I don't know if you can see this. It perfectly fits right here. It doesn't even obstruct the fan. I just love how perfect that fits. This camera looks really weird when you have a long Manfrotto plate or whatever it is, and it just sticks off right here. That kind of visually bothers me, which is dumb. But this thing perfectly fits. It allows me to throw it on my tripod super fast, but if it's not on there, it's not obstructive. It doesn't make it uncomfortable to hold. I don't have to like do this thing and hold it underneath. I only use this thing right now with SD cards because I record everything in ProRes 422 LT in HD. But if it's a really lucrative project, I'll bring a CFast card. I'll shoot in 6K RAW. But if I'm just shooting regular stuff, like every YouTube video that I've shot in the past year has been in ProRes HD. I'm always taking the sharpness down in post anyway with 6K and 4K footage. The data rates you need for ProRes 422 and 422 LT and HD aren't that high, so you can just buy really cheap SD cards. That means I don't need to bring an adapter because I can just plug the SD card directly into my laptop. And I mean, you can spend like 40 bucks on a card and get like 6 or 7 hours of recording, and it looks fantastic. It's also my B cam to my broadcast G2. It's possible to build this thing up so that it can stand up and be a perfect B cam. They actually have the exact same sensor, which is another reason why I've chosen this camera. Let's put this lens cap back on. I'm trying to get better at this. I pack 2 extra lenses with me, and they're kind of weird because this lens is the 24-105. I have basically all the focal lengths covered. If I want to go ultra wide, which I don't do very often, I have a Tokina 11-16. I love that lens. Right now I have it packed out with 2 other lenses that just give a little bit of a different vibe than the 24-105, because these lenses are funky and the 24-105 is very objective. It's the 28 and the 50mm EF USM gold rings, 50mm 1.4, 28mm 1.8. These lenses are fraught with optical issues, but I think that the images coming out of them are really beautiful. If I have time to compose a shot and I want it to have a little bit more funk to it, I'm gonna rip one of these lenses out. I love these things. I'm about to make a video about them. I might also bring some of my Leicas, which I have set up over there, but those are more of like my nice lenses, even though they're vintage and didn't cost a whole lot. I want to keep those safer because they're getting more and more rare, whereas these things are all over the place. You can buy them for really cheap. You can buy them new. Last thing in here is a little cable management pouch. And this is just full of all the things I might need while I'm shooting. There is the power adapter for the pocket in case I'm doing something long form. It also doubles as a charger because it charges whatever battery's in there. 3 extra MPFs in there. They last about an hour in this camera, so if I'm just ripping the camera out on a day, chances are I won't need more than 4 hours of straight battery life. I have an XLR adapter. Never know when you might need that. There's been a lot of times that I've traveled and then someone wants to plug an XLR into the camera and we can't do it, so I always bring that adapter. It's super helpful. One of the things I like about this bag is you can take the camera cube out if you get to your hotel room or whatever and then you want to go out and buy something and you want to put it in your backpack. You can leave all your camera gear at home, or you could just not bring it at all and use the whole backpack as a big shell. There is an open space on the top right here that's taken up by everything that's in the top pocket. If you didn't want to pack out this top pocket, then you could take everything out and then this becomes an extra additional pocket. I've stuffed like drones, monitors, stuff like that. It's just an extra big pocket if you're only using it for video stuff. I'm gonna throw everything back in here in just 1 second. Oh, and then there's a laptop sleeve on this back part. There's actually 2 laptop compartments in here. You could use one as a tablet and one for your laptop. I like this one because I can access it underneath the seat of an airplane. You can get this bag in 20, 25, and 30 liter configurations. I cut it in the middle because 20 is more of like a day bag, want to pack my mirrorless camera and like 1 lens kind of thing. And 30 is a little big, still not too big. That's a great size. I've had 30 liter bags before and they're awesome. But I wanted it to be a little bit more compact. I wanted to ensure that it would fit under more airplane seats. And one of my favorite things about the bag, which from what I understand is the case with nearly every Shimoda backpack, is they spend a lot of time working on the harness. And this harness is so comfortable. There's this great padding. There is a sternum strap that is fidlock, which is cool. There's load lifters, and I've worn this bag for hours on end, and I've never really had issues. It fits really well. Like I said, there's fidlock, so you can just snap that on, and it's just great. This thing's definitely more intended for urban use, like the name says. There's handles all over the place. Top, side, there's one on the bottom. You got a trolley strap, so you can put it on a roller case. The material I really, really like. It's some kind of recycled Cordura, and it just feels really great. I don't know how exactly waterproof it is, but it feels pretty waterproof. I've gotten this bag very, very wet, and nothing has gotten wet on the inside. I love the zippers. So yeah, that's how I pack my bag. In the future, maybe we can talk about how I pack up for the bigger, more lucrative jobs where I have all my grip gear and my cinema camera, my bigger tripods and stuff like that. But for right now, I love this bag. I keep it packed down here exactly the way it is right now, besides the batteries maybe, so that if I wake up in the morning and I just think to myself, you know what, I'm gonna go to the dunes, or I'm gonna go to the lake, I'm gonna go to the beach, and I just want to shoot some stuff, I can just grab this thing and go. Hey, what the heck? Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.